Yesterday, Donald Trump showed his usual bigoted self at an event honoring Navajo veterans of World War II. Of course, and then what does he decide to do? Well, not make it about them, but make it about him and his racism. This is what he said yesterday.
And I just want to thank you because you're very, very special people. You were here long before any of us were here. Although we have a representative in Congress who they say was here a long time ago. They call her Pocahontas.
First of all, they don't call her Pocahontas. You call Senator Elizabeth Warren Pocahontas. Shelley, I want you to go back, though, to the that video, and I want you to simply just freeze it. This is Donald Trump yesterday honoring Native Americans who are veterans who helped America win World War II. No, take the sound down. Now freeze it right there. Now, folks, I want y'all to help me. Freeze it right there. He is speaking before a portrait of Andrew Jackson. Of course, his patron saint there in the Oval Office. It was Andrew Jackson who was responsible for the murder of thousands of Native Americans. Yeah, the same Andrew Jackson. This president is so dumb, he doesn't even understand that honoring Native Americans in front of a man who killed thousands of Native Americans is irresponsible, is shameful, is despicable. And then he uses a racial slur by calling Senator Elizabeth Warren Pocahontas in front of them. And he says they call her Pocahontas. No, you do. The response was swift in the White House briefing room. Here's Sarah Huckabee Sanders and how she responded to what was said at that event.
Why is it appropriate for the president to use a racial slur in any context?
I don't believe that it is appropriate for him to make a racial slur or anybody else.
This is a racial slur, so why is it appropriate for him to use
I think,
that?
like I said, I don't think that it is, and I don't think that was certainly not the president's intent. Look, I think that Senator Warren was very offensive when she lied about something specifically to advance her career. I don't understand why no one's asking about that question and why that isn't constantly covered.
Actually, it was constantly covered. Here's what Native Americans had to say. The Navajo Nation released this statement. In this day and age, all tribal nations still battle insensitive references to our people. The prejudice that Native American people face is an unfortunate historical legacy. Numerous other Native Americans also spoke out and said it was indeed a racial slur. It was indeed offensive. Joining us today is Tiffany Lofton. She, of course, is a human rights, civil labor organizer as well. Shermichael Singleton, Republican strategist. Avis Jones-DeWeaver, of course. She is author of the book, How Exceptional Black Women Lead. So, I guess I'm bothered when a white woman decides to tell Native Americans or anybody else what's offensive and what's a racial slur, when they're pretty clear it's a racial slur.
Yeah, absolutely. She misspoke big time again.
No, she didn't misspoke. No. She did not misspoke. She lied.
She lied.
She lied.
She lied. And there's something that is very strategic about the lie, right? About her misspeaking, about her telling the lie. There is something that we ought to be paying attention to. When Senator Elizabeth Warren was at Harvard Law School, she said that she was a minority in her directory for college law book. That was 2012. Donald Trump, y'all's president, has been calling Senator Warren Pocahontas for the last 5-6 years. That in and of itself is wrong. What you're not supposed to do at a ceremonial event for Native Americans who won the war by using their native tongue, there were over 400 of them, is then you play party politics politics and go into talking about Senator Warren. Now, yes, she lied at Harvard, and she never said that she was Native American. She said that she had Native American and Indian heritage, that some of her ancestors were Native American. But it's clear that he needs to do something else. He is no longer allowed and should no longer be permitted to host ceremonial events to honor our people because he does not know how to do it, and he can't hold himself in 5 minutes. He messed up in 5 minutes.
Here's the real deal, Michael. This is, first of all, he's uncouth. Donald Trump is uncouth.
Yeah.
Second of all, he is playing to whiteness. He is playing to a white base. He is, and that's what he started with birtherism, playing to a racist white base. He opened his campaign targeting illegal immigrants. Oh, they send folks from Mexico. They're rapists and they're criminals, playing to a white base. Charlottesville, playing to a white nationalist, white supremacist base, playing to the base, when you also look at what he has done, attacking Congresswoman Frederica Wilson, attacking LeVar Bell, attacking NFL players, attacking numerous African Americans. This is a president who is in the lines of the Lily White Party leader, President Herbert Hoover. This is what he is doing. If you don't even have enough sense not to hold a ceremony honoring Native Americans in front of a portrait of Andrew Jackson, you are beyond an idiot.
No, I mean, look, I think it was tasteless. I mean, I think once again it shows that the president does not have the type of discernment that we require of a person who's the top leader in the country. And I think the people in the White House should have had enough judgment to say, okay, if we are going to do this, to your point, we probably should not do this in front of Andrew Jackson, who was responsible for the Trail of Tears, which, to your point earlier, killed thousands of Native Americans. And I honestly feel really sorry for Huckabee, because every day she goes and she tries to explain and defend the indefensible. And that's just something that I don't think any rational or honest person with some level of integrity could do.
See, I don't feel sorry for her, because she is making a decision to do.
Oh, no, I agree with that. I'm not saying I feel sorry in the sense like, oh my God, poor woman. No, I feel sorry for in the point that, oh my God, this woman knows what she's doing, yet she continues to make every effort every day to defend this. When most people would say, okay, you know what? Yeah, this is a great job, great position, but I'm just not going to defend what most people would say you just cannot defend. But back to the president, I think at some point, you know, people just have to recognize nothing that Trump does should surprise any of us. It should not surprise us. We've been saying for the past, this guy's been president for 10 months. Usually people grow into the presidency. I have no expectation whatsoever as a Republican that Donald Trump will grow into this presidency. And what I do hope is that whatever damage he continues to do to the office, that we try the best we can to minimize it.
But see, we think that there's nothing that's wrong, Roland, and his supporters are still supporting him.
Oh, no.
His supporters still think that this is okay.
No,
that's the problem.
Not only okay, Avis, no, they endorse this.
Right.
They love it.
Continually.
They rally around it.
And his conservative media base also drives this narrative.
Let's just be very real. There are millions of racist people in this country. Okay, let's just be honest about that. And that's who he's shucking and jiving for. That's who he's playing to. We remember what his rallies look like. They look like Klan rallies. That's exactly what he's doing here. And as far as Sarah Huckabee, you know, I heard someone describe her and him as ignorant. There's a difference between ignorance and evil. They know exactly what they're doing. This is plotted, this is planned. They are playing to the worst and ugliest and nastiest and most evil base of this country, and they're doing it because that represents inside exactly who they are.
But he really thought that it was appropriate and funny to do that at that point in time.
And none of his staff members stopped him or advised him.
But here's how quiet it was in that room. No one applauded, because people were probably wondering, is this guy serious?
They were offended. But here's the other deal. This is somebody who wants to trash and attack Senator Warren. His own, he has lied about his own background.
He lies every day.
No. Follow me here. Follow me here. His family from Germany. His own daddy said, look, after the war, Germans building apartments, not a good idea. They claimed they were Swedish. He went along with the lie. He promoted the lie. Who the hell are you to try to chastise somebody else for misrepresenting their background when you have openly lied about your very own background? What we have here is a president who pushes these racist buttons, who is pushing them. He knows exactly what he's doing. And what I need people to understand is, hashtag we tried to tell you. This is real. This is not going anywhere.
Right.
And folks had better understand that this is all by design.
Weekdays on TV One.
I will never lie to you.
Oh my God.
Roland Martin.
He doesn't want to talk to us. He wants to ignore us.
Uncensored.
Hell no. That ain't gonna cut it, boo.
Unapologetic.
No, that is fundamentally false. You are wrong.
Unfiltered.
He wants an America where we all look alike. He ain't talking about black people.
Unrelenting.
You better go work out, because you got a fight on your hands.
NewsOne Now with Roland Martin. Weekdays at 7 a.m. on TV One.